Hey, I'm CJ Maurer with The Gist, and today we're going to be talking about knowledge base. What the heck is a knowledge base? Why should we use it? How can this tool, this catalog of information actually help our business grow? Let's talk about all of that. First of all, what is a knowledge base? You can actually see a knowledge base right here. This is our own knowledge base. What a knowledge base is think about it as a public-facing library of self-help articles and content. So imagine that you have a bunch of customers, and normally those customers, if they have a question or a problem, they would give you a call or send you an email and interact with maybe their account rep or somebody in the customer service department. And that is absolutely fine. Nobody is saying we should remove the human element of business. And in fact, I don't think anybody believes more strongly than me that when a customer or a prospect wants to talk to a human, they should be able to do that as quickly and effectively as possible. However, what the internet has also taught us is that a lot of times people don't want to have to talk to a human to figure something out or get their questions answered. In fact, they'd rather just look something up, get the information, and go on with their day. So a knowledge base is essentially another way to help your customers self-serve. If you configure your knowledge base properly, there's a bunch of other benefits. First of all, let's acknowledge that your customers certainly aren't the only people that could find your knowledge base, right? Prospects could find it. If you link to it on your main navigation, anybody can find it. And all of that content is indexed by search engines. So the same content that you would go make to support your customers, to help them find answers, reduce service volume, and improve their satisfaction with your company is the same tool that can actually help your marketing team get the website ranking for more keywords and generating more really qualified traffic. Let's first talk about how to actually make a knowledge base. Now I'm into the demo portal, and you can see it works actually pretty similar to your website pages, right? You have the index page, you have all of the articles that you have published. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna go ahead and configure this. And we're gonna start with categories. So before you actually start publishing, you have to set at least one category. Every article that you publish is going to live on a category and or a subcategory, right? I can go here, these are the categories. If I click see all articles, we have them organized into subcategories. This is so if somebody is actually manually navigating, it makes it as easy as possible. So you just create your category, create your subcategories, and then when you publish your articles, you can decide which category or subcategory they belong to. You can edit the header and the footer as well. The other cool thing that you can do here is you can actually edit the theme. So there's a bunch of different layout options, content rich, tiles, minimal, and then you can also edit the colors, the logos, and a bunch of other things just to really customize it to your brand. So you have a lot of right out of the box customization options before you even go like the custom development route. You also have the ability to really easily edit articles. How we've configured HubSpot for payroll and HR, right? This is very simple. Somebody can write in this, or you can have your team generate these articles, in Word or Google Docs and just copy and paste it in there. So you have your title, your subtitle, the body. You can actually put other things in here, like you can embed images and videos and lists. And, sometimes these knowledge base articles is very, software tutorial-y. There goes my sign. That's okay. We're just rolling with it. Right? So like if you're trying to show somebody how to create an account, right? It might be very screenshots, do this, do this, do this. You can use the knowledge base for that. Sometimes the knowledge base is a little bit more strategic. It's about best practices, right? Like what's the best way to configure a knowledge base in HubSpot, or keep a sign on a background from falling off when you have to use tape because you don't want to use thumbtacks to ruin somebody else's conference room, right? There's like a lot of different options there. Once you have your article laid out here, then you also have your settings, right? You have your title. This is where you set your category, your subcategory, and then your tags. This is really relevant because traditionally you can actually marry a knowledge base with a chatbot. If somebody is entering in information, asking your bot a question, it will actually pull from those keywords and suggest, hey, I think I have an article that answers your question. Is this it? So that was like very, very early. We weren't calling it AI then, but that was kind of like early HubSpot AI. Well, now what everybody needs to know about is the customer agent. And this is the modern AI arms race that all of the software companies are in, especially HubSpot. And HubSpot is really among the leaders. So now imagine you have a robust, organized knowledge base with all of the relevant articles and information that somebody would want to seek about your business from a customer or a prospect, right? You can now use that knowledge base to train an AI agent that interacts with people on your website for you. Definitely customers, but also prospects, right? So if you go on this page, easily set up with existing content, you literally tell the agent which content to learn from to be able to interact with people on your behalf. And this is really, really powerful. You can even tell it how to hand off. If somebody wants to meet with a live person, a real human, you can give it instructions for how to do that. And again, this is not replacing human interaction. This is enabling it. This is meeting people where they are. Maybe I just want to chat with this robot that's just going to tell me what I need to hear or what I want to know without giving me a sales pitch. Or maybe it's, hey, this is all great, but I just want to talk to a human. Great. Give your prospects and your customers all of those options. This is all enabled by the knowledge base. I don't need to spend hours and hours telling people how to set up a knowledge base. Anybody can figure that out, and HubSpot has instructions on how to do that in their knowledge base, right? What I want you to think about is the strategic application. So now that we've understood what a knowledge base is and why it's beneficial from a customer service standpoint, as well as a marketing and sales standpoint, we've also showed basically how to set it up with your theme, your layout, your categories, your subcategories, and how to create articles. This is where you start to turn that knowledge base into a true instrument for growth. So if I'm in HubSpot and I'm in chat flows, which if you go to automation and then chat flows, I'm going to create a chat flow. It's going to live on my website. Yes, my language is English. The old way was creating rules-based chatbots and spending hours and hours like, hey, what brings you to your site today? And giving people all of these options and then all of these branching logic. Well, now you can set up a customer agent that's based on AI that pulls from all of this content. So I'm not going to do it now, and especially this is a demo portal, but the point is with the right strategy and approach, you can turn excellent customer support into a further instrument for growth and really scale your company and meet customers where they are. And it all starts with a good knowledge base. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please hit like or subscribe. This makes sure that more people like you can see our content. Obviously, it's all free. Also, if you have any questions about this video or you want to submit a suggestion for another video for us to make, there's a link in the description. You'll fill out a quick form. We read every one. And honestly, a lot of the videos we've made came from ideas that have been submitted to us by viewers. Thanks so much. We really appreciate doing this. We'll see you soon.